Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forest coming to you with another market analysis currency breakdown. This morning, we're going to be looking at the USDJPY. But before we get started to break down this currency pair and this chart, we're going to have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. But we all know why you guys are here. You guys are here to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and help put a little bit of extra money in your pocket, especially in these troubling times, okay? Why do the hard work? Well, we'll do the hard work for you. Only thing that we ask that you do is please like and subscribe and share. Subscribing will allow you to get notifications for every time that our content is dropped, and liking and sharing allows you to be able to push our content out there, and we can be able to further build our community of profitable traders. Because our goal here is to build a community of profitable traders, okay? Because I'm pretty sure everybody who's watched this video has won a trade. But the thing about trading is that you want to be consistently winning trades. You want to be consistently have winning trades, maximize winning trades, and minimize losing ones, okay? Maximize your profits and minimize your losses. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this USDJPY. Now, before we get to start talking about what exactly is happening on the chart, let us discuss what's happening with the fundamentals with each currency respectively, okay? So we don't have any economic news coming out today, being that Sunday was Easter. A lot of the major institutions were closed, and we just don't have anything scheduled for anything, no economic news today, except for a few speeches that we're going to have to pay attention to the notes of these speeches once these notes become available. So we have to go off the last economic news that we had for the USD and JPY respectively. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the JPY. Okay. Now, even though the Japanese government is taking an active role in trying to combat inflation, and it was news reports that was released over the weekend that the Japanese government are going to start releasing more barrels of oil. Going to start releasing barrels of oil from its reserve to try to bring down the prices of gas in this country, so inflation won't keep increasing. The Japanese currency still is somewhat behaving, not as a currency that is gaining as rapid strength as much as the USD, but it seems like it's kind of taking its time to gain its strength. And due to that, is technically classified as one of our stronger currencies, but from the way the currency is behaving, it's classified as strong, but it's definitely behaving as one of our weaker currencies. But we are starting to see a lot of traction pick up with the Japanese yen, especially against the other major currencies such as like the AUD and the NZD. Okay. So we're going to keep having to pay attention to see how this is going to go. So the Japanese yen is technically classified as strong, but it was technically classified as strong during the last prior trading week, and it was still behaving as if it was one of our weaker currencies. Okay, so we're going to have to see how things play out. We don't get no Japanese news until midnight around 12:30 midnight to around 12:30 Eastern time, well into the Asian session. I mean, well into the London session. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. Okay. So with the USD, we've been having a lot of good positive news coming out about the USD. We don't have any news coming out about it this trading day, but we do have a lot of positive news coming about the trading week during last prior trading week. We did have some negative news, but we have more positive news than negative news coming out about the USD. And with that, we're continuing to see the USD increase in strength and coming into the week as one of our major currencies, one of our major strong currencies. Okay. Now it's not that the Japanese yen is like weak against every currency. It's just that it's just weak against the USD. Okay, because both of you are basically dealing with two currencies who at this current time are trying to regain strength from being one of the weaker currencies for many past prior trading weeks. Now each currency is trying to become each of the stronger currencies heading into these next trading weeks. Okay, but the only thing about it is that the USD is actually catching more traction and gaining much more of its strength back than the Japanese yen. Okay, now let's dive into what's happening on the charts. As you can see, we've been going up and up and up and up and up, but now we're starting to lose some steam, and it's looking like we're starting to have some retracement come in. Okay, so now it's time to see how far this retracement is going to go, because this chart was actually almost at like a 7, almost 8 year high. So now it's time to see how far this retracement is going to go. We could go as far as here, here, or here before we see price start to take up again. Okay, so let's go over that. We can see retracement go as far as here, here, or here. Okay. Now, if the retracement starts getting deep, this is more for long-term planning. If the retracement starts getting very deep here, here, then we might have to start looking at this as retracement and start looking at this as price turnover, which is very likely. But if you do have price turnover in this situation, it does not mean that the USD is losing any strength or anything like that. That means that the Japanese yen strength is gaining much, much more traction in this strength than it has been doing previously in other trading weeks. Okay. So we are anticipating a drop. So we may drop as far as here, here, or even here before we start to see some range and going back to the long side. For the short to intermediate term, we're going to be looking like dropping price and taking short positions. Okay. Hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.